Hello and welcome back to the Quarantine Quiz of Life. Episode 2, we are joined by some very, very special guests. There's 4 of them this week. Please meet the Millers. Mills, Lise, Gracie and Louis are joining us this week on the Quickfire Quarantine Quiz of Life to answer 10 deep, meaningful questions in 10 minutes. It's a great episode. Hope you enjoy. Meet the Millers and let's get stuck in. Okay, so you know the rules. You've got 10 questions in 10 minutes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 10 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now. Mum and Dad, question 1. What is the meaning of life?
Oh,
we were trying to explain the question.
Gracie, you know the answer to this.
No, I think, Mum and Dad, I think the meaning of life is, without sounding like a cracker, is health and happiness. And I've realised that even more during quarantine, because if we're healthy, we're bloody lucky at the moment, and that brings us happiness. And we're slowly learning to all be happy together. It's a learning curve.
Wow, I'm super nervous. I spent like 2 years of my life trying to search for it. I didn't find anything. So I'm leaving it at that.
Health and happiness.
Hey!
Well done. I think you've managed to get 7 or 8 points there. Great start. You've got 9 minutes. 9 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Question 2. Question 2 is for Gracie and Louis. The weekends are so fun, aren't they?
Yes.
What's the most exciting thing about waking up on a Saturday morning?
Well, knowing that it's not school, and like sort of knowing that you're gonna like be able to spend time with your family and not have to worry about school, and like know that you've got 2 days to sort of just be free and do what you want. Really,
I like knowing when I wake up on a Sunday morning that I get to watch TV.
You're not allowed to watch it in the week, are you?
No.
Only me.
and I get to bake with my friends.
You do.
Yes.
You do.
Yeah.
Louis been doing
Hey.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Question 3. Question 3 is for Mum and Dad. 8 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock.
Oh.
Question 3. How do you find your true self?
Well, recently I've been finding my true self by dancing on Instagram.
Oh God.
And but unfortunately my family don't quite agree with that.
So
Been
embarrassing.
banned.
I was called a narcissist. Do you know what a
How
narcissist
do you
is,
find your
Gracie?
true self, Matt? Come on, we're on a timer.
Well, I find it by just trying things out. So I dance on Instagram, and I like the feeling I get for doing it, and I like expressing myself, and I feel alive. So that's how I found it.
Oh God, I'm stuck on this. I think finding my true self is, at the moment, keeping my family happy and knowing that I've done the best that I can do in terms of trying to be a good homeschool teacher. Am I being a good homeschool teacher?
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
How do you find your
yeah.
true self?
I
How
don't
do you
know.
find your true self?
No, we're not allowed to do it.
Oh, yeah, you can't find. You're too young.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find your true self?
Try things out. Just
yeah.
try different things out.
You get older. That's it, and you just
Yeah.
You express. I don't know. Yeah, that's George. Give me some easy questions, mate. So we run out of time. Louis said we run out of time.
No, you definitely got some points there. You've got 7 minutes on the clock.
Okay.
Question 4. Question 4 is a song. Every night I lie in bed. The brightest colours fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake.
Greatest Showman.
I think of what the world could be. A vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Yes, Louis, The Greatest Showman, A Million Dreams. The question for everyone: what are dreams?
Well, sort of dreams. I mean, it could be. Obviously, there are 2 sort of types. One, the first time is like dreams. I mean, when you go to sleep, what you sort of think about, what your mind comes to, and also like dreaming about what to be or what you want to achieve in life, and like when you get older, what your dreams are, so like what you want to achieve in life.
Yeah. So there's like dreams, like bad dreams and nice dreams. Sometimes your dreams do what you do the next day. So like if you think of something you want to do the next day, sometimes it's actually in your dream. Or sometimes when you're like panicking or something, you're gonna get a bad dream or something like that, and you can't really wake up from them sometimes.
Or a weird sleepwalking dream, like
Yeah.
Gracie likes to do. There's a lot of sleepwalking going on at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah.
God, these questions are too hard for me. I'm not able to like calibrate this in my mind. But good answers there, Kitty.
I think sleep time dreams are also good because you can escape reality in sleep time dreams and go
Do what you
weird
want.
and wonderful places with people you're never going to meet before.
Like during quarantine, I'd be saying, "Oh, I got to go to skiing last night."
Yeah.
Because in my dreams, I actually got to go skiing.
I have to say, I nothing I cannot stand less. Assuming that means more than listening to Lise tell me about her dreams. I have no interest in listening to anybody's dreams. Right, let's move on. We've run out of time, kiddies.
No, go on, we're back to this.
Okay, question 5. This is for Gracie and Louis.
Oh, yay.
You both do so much. You love slime. You love collecting things. You love making things. Where do you get all your ideas from?
No. I didn't. I mean, sort of everybody's sort of inspired by like everything. If it's like you see a video online or you someone else does it and you want to sort of like do something off of that. Or sort of everything you get inspired by. Maybe something you see in the garden, or if you're waking up one day and you just decide that today's like a creative day, or you can sort of just like feel what you want to do that day and like
What you're in the mood for.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Louis often watches films, don't you? And then go, oh,
Yeah,
I want to do
I
that.
get
I'm really
inspired
excited.
by-
I'm going to make this.
I get inspired by films, so like Toy Story, there's lots of little like animations and I really like those. So I sometimes copy them and sometimes I get ideas from them. I don't really like draw the actual character. Or sometimes I make my own characters for films. So that's when I get inspired, like in YouTube videos, you can get inspired by those as well. It's because I always watch like slime ones and when they find really cool crystals.
I mean, it's fair to say, Gracie, you get inspired by TikTok. I tried to teach Gracie how to use TikTok, and then I found that she had an account with 160 videos already on there.
260.
260.
It's actually 292.
Uh-oh.
Guys, great answer.
Oh!
Yay!
You've hit the turbo booster. Awesome. Okay, guys, we've only got 3 minutes 20. We're
Oh,
going
go quick.
Question 6 has actually been sent in by a listener. Sally's back from last week's show with another question.
Hi, Sal.
Mills, Lise, I follow you both on Insta. You're both so inspirational. How do you find inspiration? What a lovely question, Sally.
What
Thank
a
you.
lovely, thoughtful question, Sally. Could have done with an easier one.
Danny's
We're
like-
running
Danny's
out of
like-
time.
What do you mean, how do you find it, Sally? As in, like, where does it come from?
Like, how do you
I
get
get
inspired?
inspired by other people on Instagram. What other parents are doing at the moment? What other
Celebrities.
things I like? No, things I like making.
I have absolutely no idea why I get inspired by something, but I find myself doing something later on that if I process why I'm doing it, I've clearly seen it earlier on. So I think it just something goes into you and it's collecting. I'm just very lucky that it happens to be dancing a lot of the time.
So we're so lucky. So lucky.
Question 7. We've got another listener asking a question, Johnny, and it's a question for everyone. Johnny asks, sometimes life isn't always fun. Sometimes it's hard. How do you get through the hard times?
Well, I mean, like, life is going to be hard for a reason. It's not like they're just going to throw curves at you for, like, no reason. You're going to have to do something. Like, life is going to be hard. You're going to have, like, times when you're like, oh, God, I can't be bothered, or there's no point, or you just got to carry on and knowing that there is going to be
How? Yeah.
a good
What is
side.
that? Yeah.
No matter what.
Remember,
How?
tomorrow's a new day, and just to be done with this. If you're having a bad day, tomorrow's a new day, and it'll all get better.
You can
After
start
a
it. You
night's
can
sleep.
always start again.
After a good dream.
And what do we always teach ourselves? Talking,
Yeah.
not just holding it inside and going crazy.
Lily, what do you think?
Wait, I forgot the question.
Let's move on. You've got 1 minute 20.
Oh! No.
Question 8, Mum and Dad.
Yes.
The world, the planet. What are we all here for? Why are we here?
Oh
my
George.
We're guys, George. We're here to make lots of babies,
Louis, why
aren't we,
are we
Gracie?
Louis, why are we here?
I have no idea.
We're here to learn. We're here to enjoy. We're here to learn, to have a brilliant life. Get as much out of life as we can.
Do it, Mum.
Guys, I'm going to have to push you. 55 seconds. Question 9, last one. Gracie, Louis, what's next for you both? What are you doing after this quiz? What are you doing next in your life?
Okay, after this quiz, tonight we're doing this. We're sleeping in a tent.
We are. Tell more.
We're camping in the garden.
We're camping in the garden.
We're having burgers on the stove. Camping stove.
Oh, that's gonna be
What's next in life?
I'm going to zone out. I'm going to zone out and go into my room and spend the whole day on my own.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
What's next in life, Lulu?
A new school for me,
Yes.
because I'm
And
finishing
a new
primary
year for
school.
me.
New year
And
for you.
Nice.
going to secondary school, so it's going to be fun to start again.
Guys, question 10, 15 seconds. There is no question for question 10.
Yay!
The Millers, what do you want to say?
Thank
We
you.
love you, George.
Yeah, George, I do
for
actually love
having
you, mate.
us.
You're our unofficial godfather of these two. Actually,
Godfather of the
Joe,
family.
and we love
Dad
you.
said the grandfather.
The grandfather. Yeah, you're the grandfather, the young grandfather.
It's all going on. There we go, guys. The timer's up. You managed to just about answer all 10 questions in 10
Quite badly.
Well done. Hey, how did you find that?
Exhausting, stressful.
Exhausting.
sweaty
So
palms.
stressful.
I find it.
Fun and stressful.
When George asks me a question, my brain just goes completely blank.
You
Yeah,
looking over
when
there.
you know you're on a time
He's looking over there going, he's going like, what's the meaning of life? How?
Well, the meaning of life one. I mean, did I ever get to it? Did I actually ever
No,
get to
it's
it?
too big for you.
You said you're.
The
There's
meaning.
so many meanings of your life.
There's so many meanings of my life.
He's
Correct.
literally every single day you would come down and you'd be like, what's the meaning of life? And you'd be like, no, God, not this again.
It's like, Jesus.
Very annoying.
It was love and love and laughter, but then I found that was written in a book, so it was. I think I just copied it. I was inspired by something I saw.
Well, I'm just looking at your score now. How do you think you did?
Quite well. It's quite bad. Medium.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon?
Medium.
I hope we beat something.
126.
Okay, the scores are in. You scored an incredible 672 points.
What do we?
They did 235.
Zach and Jay are going to be. They are down. Yeah.
That is amazing. One of the turbo boosters there, guys, Gracie and Louis, really shot you to the top. And that means you have raced to the top of the quarantine quiz table.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Amazing.
Good.
Oh, good old grandfather.
The Millers, Mills, Lise, Gracie, Louis, thanks so much for joining us on the quarantine quiz of life.
Thanks for asking us, George.
Yeah, George, you're absolute legend, mate.
And we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
And there we have it. What a show. What an episode with the Millers. What an incredible score as well. Over 600 points, which takes them right to the top of the quarantine quiz leaderboard. Thank you so much again to the Millers for joining us. Lise, Mills, Gracie, Louis, thank you so much. The most creative family I know. I love you all. And we'll see you all next week for the next episode of the Quarantine Quiz of Life. See you then.